Welcome to the Would-Be Carpenter Shop. My name is Donald, and today I'm going to be working on this bar stool. I'm not quite sure of the manufacturer, but I'm guessing the age, the way it's built, probably right around 15 to 20 years old, and I was thinking possibly Maitland Smith. It had fallen over when one of the large house cats jumped on the back and toppled it, and when it fell, I'll show you, it split the back here. It fell on the back, so it broke here, and there's some really fine hairline cracks here and here and here. So I'm going to be cleaning it up today and putting it back together. And hopefully when we're done, you won't be able to tell that ever happened. All right, well, let's get to it. All right, the first thing I want to do, okay, I'm going to be taking out a few of these. There's going to be staples. I'm going to take the camera off here so you can see, so forgive the movement. You can see right here where it's broke. Right in here. I'm going to have to remove just a few of these here so I can pull that back and get it secured and fastened. All right. You can see down here, a very hairline crack right here, and it's coming up to the side. And then this one has it going across right from here. It fell on the back part of it here, so it took a pretty good hit, enough to break that. Everything else looks in pretty good shape structurally, but I'll go over everything just to make sure. So let me get this off right here. Thankfully, it's a very clean break, so it shouldn't be too much problem. I just wanted to make sure I got the fabric away so that I can get the back part of this as well. I'm going to dry clamp it first and see what I'm going to do to get it together, because it's right on the edge of this molding and it doesn't really grip like it should. Here you can see that it comes together really nice. The clamp keeps popping off, so before I glue it up, I need to find a way to secure it so that it'll dry in the right position. Here I've got it dry clamped, and oh, there it goes popping off again, so I'm working on that. I have to find something to put in here to stick out so that I can have something to grab onto and give it a more secure clamping. Working on that. The big clamp here, it brought it together pretty well, so I'm pretty confident it's going to bring it together. It'll be a nice glue up. Here I'm using white glue, the Type Bond 3. It works really well for me for doing stuff like this. And I'm going to be using a reverse clamp to open this up a little bit so that I can get some glue down in it. I've also, we're using a pry bar to get that open to get the glue in, but I'm also using a little bottle, and these things work so good. You just get them on Amazon pretty cheap for a little pack of them. They fill with glue. As long as you keep the tip nice and clean, they work great for very, very small cracks or holes. Sometimes it's they're a lifesaver. Well worth it, I think. All right, here we're just gluing it up, getting it wherever I can, keeping the fabric clean. Here I'm trying to get it as deep as I can in there. A little spout works great for this. Okay, now we're ready for the actual clamping. Want to be real careful not to get it on the fabric as well. Just here I'm using another pressure clamp to give a little bit more security to the clamp I'm clamping on it now so it doesn't slide up over the top of that. All right, we'll let this dry up overnight and take a look at it in the morning. Good morning. I just took the clamps off. It came together really nice, but still has some openings and some things we need to clean up. So what I'm going to do is mix up a little epoxy putty, some quick wood. Already got it mixed up here. And I'm going to fill the holes, and I'll show you how I do that. I want to put a little bit at a time into the holes so that I make sure that I get it deep inside. I'll push with a little bit of pressure from my fingers to push it in until it's kind of overstuffed, because I want to be able to sand it off a little bit and or chisel it or file it, but I want to leave it proud in the crack so that I can shape it to what it used to be. And after I get it on there pretty good, I'll wet my fingers and it helps to shape it. Some people have different times that they come back and do this. I like to do it a few minutes after I've put it on, because it really helps in smoothing it and getting the right amount where I want it. And it just helps fill the crack completely if I wet my hands a little bit. So it does help. I have this filled up in here to where I have it bulked up enough to where I can carve it down and color it. And then of course this. So everything's looking really good. This is very strong. All right. See you tomorrow. All right, I didn't film the process, but I colored it with a Tavern Oak toner, and it was a pretty good, but a little bit darker than I wanted to go. But it still worked out. I ended up doing the rest of it the same color. Looking good there. It's all just shadowing. I put the tacks back in. That's it right there.